Strong women are not simply born, they are made by the storms they walk through. Welcome to the sixth episode of Joy of Life. We are privileged at Prameya to have with us an accomplished artist, Mrs. Sunita Mohammed, who has gone through the journey of cancer not once, not twice, but thrice. Welcome to the show, Mrs. Sunita Mohammed.
Thank you, Dr. Lalita. I am fortunate that I met Dr. Sandhya in Bhutan and she remembered me. And with gratitude, I thank Prameya for giving me this chance to speak with cancer patients and cancer survivors. And we are blessed to have scientists and doctors who work day and night so that, we can live. And thank you, Dr. Lalita.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much for being with us today. Please tell us about how you took up art so many years ago. You did your graduation in fine arts from the prestigious JJ School of Art, Mumbai. And in those days, it was unheard of. So what made you take up art as your main field?
My parents were very fond of nature and art and everything. So I grew up and my mother was an artist. She used to do a lot of crafts also. My father used to collect stones and arrange them. He had huge collection of stones.
Wow.
And they were into gardening. So I grew up with all that. That made, and from the beginning, as a child, I used to love painting and doing crafts and gardening and all those things. So I took up art.
Okay. So we are seeing all the lovely works that you have done. You have done oil painting and mixed media. And of course, you've done the Lipan art. Please tell us a little about these various art forms.
Yeah, just few years back, I started doing acrylic because when I studied, acrylic paint was not there. And Lipan art is basically from Gujarat, Kutch.
Okay.
And they do it with mirrors and dung, but I do it with cement or acrylic paint.
Wow, okay. And the mixed media also, you have done a few works of art?
Yes, I've done. Previously, I used to do with cement and oil paints. Now I am using acrylic.
So nice, very beautiful. So ma'am, please tell us about your whole experience with the way you have handled the difficult situations in life. You mentioned that you loved traveling, and after you came back from a big tour of Canada is when your first tryst with cancer happened and you had to, get a lumpectomy done. Please tell us about those days.
Yeah, that is what I would like to tell all the viewers that, sometimes there are no symptoms. I was feeling perfectly healthy.
Oh.
And then my husband found out that I had a pea-sized lump. Mm-hmm. And then in those days in Hyderabad, there were no cancer hospitals. Mm-hmm. So we had to rush to Mumbai to Tata Memorial.
Okay. And then you had to get a lumpectomy done, no?
Yeah, lumpectomy, and then after that radiation, which was very difficult in those days. Now it has become very easy.
Correct. So how did you cope up with the situation at that time? You had your family with you, but did you take up some new hobbies or some passion at that time?
No, main thing, my sons were there, my husband was there, my mother, my brothers, all my cousins, and all my sister-in-law, my aunt, uncle, everyone gave me huge support. And then in Tata Memorial, they said that you should take up either philately or numismatics. So I started both. Philately is collection of stamps, and numismatics is collection of coins, banknotes, and medals.
Wow.
So I collect mostly coins.
Very nice. So you're also a member of the Philately Society?
Yes, I'm member of Philatelic, Hyderabad Philatelic and Hobby Society, which is very active even now. But I'm not able to attend any sessions now.
Okay. You have got a few awards as well. We can see these photographs where you're receiving some awards. And I'm sure you met some interesting people there. Please tell us about some people that you have met.
Yeah, they were all very helpful, and even now they keep calling me and they are in touch with me. And last year they published 2 of my articles in their magazine also.
Oh, wow.
So every month we get their magazine.
Okay, lovely. You had also met Dr. Sita Bateja, you had mentioned in one of the...
Yeah, she judge, for one of our shows. And she used to, her collection was very beautiful.
Oh, very
and very inspiring lady.
Okay, lovely. So, so this kind of kept you going till 2000, till the year 2000. And that was when you had to again face this, and you had to go for a mastectomy, you had mentioned. So tell us what exactly happened.
No, then I was not feeling well and I went for mammography. And at that time also I had to go to Bombay because there were still not very good hospitals in Hyderabad at that time. But at that time, my sons, my daughter-in-law, my grandson, all of them, and my pet, they all supported me.
Very nice. So you have a few pets. You had a few pets those days.
No, at that time, in 2000, I had only one cat.
Okay.
And who was very attached to me.
So your daughter-in-law helped you through those difficult times when you had to undergo the mastectomy. Tell us about how she motivated you and how she, got you out of the house you were mentioning.
Yeah, she told me to get a wig done. Okay. And I used to wear a wig and I used to go out with them everywhere.
Very nice. Very nice. And you also took up gardening. You were very fond of nature from your childhood days. You said you set up a garden in your home in Hyderabad and also in Bangalore when you shifted to Bangalore. So any specific plants that you were very fond of?
No, basically I'm fond of all the plants and trees. My favorite is Parijata.
Okay.
And Son Champa, Sampige. I love those 2 plants very much.
Okay. You had also set up a herbal garden, you said.
Yeah, in this apartment, I had set up a herbal garden. But then I was not well and I was not going down. So it all got spoiled.
Okay. And then again in 2017, you had to get some surgery done and had to go through, radiation a third time. So what had happened? What had happened then?
My son was visiting me from US and suddenly I told him that there is some pus near the stitches. So immediately we rushed to Vikram Hospital, and within 4 days I was operated and ribs were removed. But I'm fine after that.
And you had to undergo radiation again?
Yeah, I had to take radiation again, but Now, radiation is not so difficult. I must tell all the patients not to get scared of anything like radiation or chemotherapy. Everything has become so easy now.
Correct.
Comparative.
Correct. So, ma'am, after this tryst with cancer 3 times, what is the thing that kept you going through the lockdown last year? So you already had a passion for books, you said. So were you reading some books? What were you doing?
No, during lockdown, I was not getting any time because there were no servants.
Okay.
So I had to do all the gardening and everything. But I followed 2 books.
Okay.
One was Radical Acceptance, and one was, little book of Japanese contentment.
Mm-hmm.
So in that, they say that one has to find one's purpose in life.
Mm.
And then especially in that Japanese book, it says that your aging process, you have to accept.
Mm.
And they see perfection in imperfection.
True, true.
And they then, one more thing, they say bring indoors your nature.
Mm.
So that kept me going.
Yeah, very beautiful. So, ma'am, you've given some lovely pointers for all of us. Any other message you would like to give all of us today?
Yeah, first thing is that regularly go for checkup, and you should listen to your doctor and not other people. Because in India, everyone is a doctor.
True. So then, ma'am, what is the message that you would like to give our viewers today? I'm sure you've seen so much in life, you've gone through so much. I'm sure you'll have some lovely message for all of us today.
Yes, I'm 79, and I would like to tell all survivors and patients not to pay any attention to any sympathy. If there is empathy, you just take it and be friendly with those people. Otherwise, keep away, do your own work, and be happy in your life. And keep doing something. Make habit of something. So I'm sure in the end, find your purpose, your ikigai,
Yeah.
and then you will feel all right.
Yeah, so beautiful.
So now my ikigai, I'm making things to sell it, and I have decided to donate all the money to cancer patients and survivors.
Wow, that's a beautiful thought. Lovely guy. And yes, ma'am, it's a very, very noble thought that you want to sell all your artwork and raise funds for cancer survivors and for the underprivileged cancer patients. It's really a pleasure talking to you today. And we'll be putting up your contact details on our website so that all those who want to buy, can get in touch with you directly. And thank you once again, ma'am, for this lovely chance that we got with you. And dear viewers, see, there's so much to learn for all of us from today's talk. I'm sure all of us have to find our ikigai in life and keep moving forward with a positive attitude. If you or any of you, know anyone who would love to come here and share their journey with us, Prameya would be very happy to host you too. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Mrs. Sunita Mohammed, once again. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Lalita.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy.